Blog Talk Radio.
Namaste and good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Kili Amma, Channel for the Divine, and I'm with you today for this week's Divinely Channeled message. Today it is going to be from the Divine Mother. And if you can give me just a few moments to go ahead and get into channel, we'll see what she has to bring forth for us today. Beloved, it is with great joy that I am coming to you today. There are so many shifts and changes that are going on currently and are going to continue going on over the next several weeks, months, and even years. Can you feel the winds of change blowing? It is truly an amazing time to be awakening. It is time, at this time, you're going through and rooting out those thought patterns that are no longer serving you. Rooting out those aspects of your life that are no longer serving you. There are so many things that are going to be shifting in all of your lives, beloved. It is truly going to be a whirlwind of change. Some of you are feeling this just on an emotional level or a mental level. Some of you are actually getting it physically, where much of what you've had has been taken. This is to show you how little you actually need to have in your life and to get you back to the basics, get you back to focusing on your spirituality and on your community, not just on what you can have for yourself and closing yourself up in your home. With this shift, there's going to be a great coming together of all of humanity. Through many of the great destructions that have been going on, you've been seeing as your communities have been coming together and working together and helping one another as it should be. We know that these situations are difficult for you, but realize that for many it is the difficult path that will help you to be able to move on and to awaken to what is truly important in your lives. Through this, know that you will be coming out into the light, and that through this union with one another, your entire world will be shifting. The more that we are able to work together as one, and doing so out of love and compassion for one another, the more peace we bring into this planet, and the more of the light is able to come in and infuse across the world. This light is much needed in many areas. As humans, so many of you have allowed the technology of today to pull you away from interacting with one another in a personal level. So many of you get up, go to work, come home, and hide in your houses. Many of you are not even aware of your neighbor's name. And to this, we would like to say that it is time for a shift It is time for a coming together as communities. It is time for a coming together not just for survival in those troubled areas, but to bring the lightness and the love back into humanity and to help to end all of the darkness, all of the wars that are going on across the world. We hear many of you going, how is working together as a community going to stop wars across the world? But realize, as we all begin to interact with one another, we form ties and bonds and relationships and friendships. And there are these ties and bonds of love and compassion and caring that go out. And as this continues to spread, we begin to see others as other human beings. Through the technology of today, so many have lost touch with the fact that they are dealing with other humans. So many of your wars are fought remotely, as in one of your video games. So those who are involved in these are not even thinking that they are, in a sense, murdering another human being. They are thinking of it as one of your technology games. And this is part of what these shifts within the planet are bringing about. More community, more human interaction with one another. We hear others stating, well, I am on the computer communicating with other humans. And to this we would say that this is true, except there is no true personal interaction. You may develop ties and bonds to what you believe this being that's in your computer is portraying to you. But realize that what you see, for the most part, with most people in person, is much different from what you are seeing online. By stepping out of doors and interacting with other humans, you begin to see the beauty of the individuality of each and every one of you. You get to see the beauty of each individual spark of God, each creation of God that all of you are. And interacting with one another, you begin to realize that while you are so different in so many ways, that you are all still the same. You are all still part of the divine. You are all still interconnected through that divine love, through that divine compassion. And all of this is needed for us to move forward on this planet. All of you must learn to cooperate with one another, to practice forgiveness, to practice non-judgment, to practice love, to practice unconditional love. Beloved, this is the time for working with one another, for learning who you are as a whole, as the oneness that you all are. And as we move forward with the shifts that are going to be happening, you will see that there will be a great coming together of humanity, a great interlinking of hearts, a great expansion of the light and the love that we are. And through this, new ideas will be formed. And through these new ideas, your entire ways of living are going to change. Things will start to become more planet-friendly. Many of you use the term green energy. Well, to this we say there is many ways to harness the energies that you need, and many of this has been blocked. But as the communities grow, as the light expands and your interaction with one another expands, more of this information is going to be coming out and brought to the forefront for the use of every being on this planet. Most of this is going to make such drastic changes in the way you travel, in the way you light your house, in the way you even view the world. There is coming in the very near future, very, very soon, where you will be able to travel in the blink of an eye. And through this traveling, you will be making more connections with one another, and you will get to see and learn the differences between the societies, the way all of you have been raised, trained, and you will be able to start seeing things through your new eyes and through your new vision. And in a sense, your man-made borders are going to come down, and your conflicts are going to come to an end, for there will be no need once you are recognizing everyone as being a part of you. Dear ones, this is the beginning. And many of you that are the forerunners, that are the ones in charge, if you will, of bringing the communities together, are being downloaded, given the information through your meditations, through your dream state, even just as you are daydreaming, for things that will help to assist in the shift. It is time to start acting on these in any way that you can. Ask for help from your brothers and sisters, for there are many that are there to assist you and are just waiting on your call. They may not be aware of it yet, but the minute you start bringing information into the forefront, bringing it out in your conversations, in your interactions, you will see that there will be more people that are going along with that idea and are able to amplify that energetic push and amplify the ideas and bring everything together. Now, dear ones, we understand that many of you right now are still going through the releasing time. And a lot of that has to do just with your mental thoughts alone and the way you are thinking about things in your life. There are so many of you that have been medicated because of your thought processes versus a chemical imbalance. If those of you who are listening and are willing to take that step and start changing your thoughts and the way you're thinking about things, you will see things in your life start to shift. And you may wish to reconsider the medications that you are being put on. And perhaps as your thoughts become more on the positive, as you retrain your way of thinking, you would not need to take them anymore. And then you will find that your mind is much clearer, and you'll be able to be more at peace with the way things are going, because you're able to see clearer and think clearer and have a more positive aspect in your thoughts. And dear ones, realize that your thoughts really are what creates your world. And there has been so much programming throughout your current life, along with your previous lives, that have been ingrained into your memories, not just of this life, but the older memories that you have that have come with you into this embodiment. And now is the time for all of this to be surfacing so that you can fix yourself, so that you can realign yourself, realign your heart and your mind with the light that you are and with the divine love that you are. And through doing this, your entire world is going to shift, children. It cannot be emphasized enough how important it is for you to let go of past hurts, to let go of anger, to let go of your old patterns of thinking. It is necessary at this time for you to do that and to only focus on what is happening here in the now. For if you dwell on your past, it will mainly bring you down, for that is what most people dwell on. If you focus too far on the future, then you will begin to bring anxiety and stress and worry into your life, because the future is not necessarily known. If you are focusing on your now moment and living each moment at your and its highest potential, in the highest light that you can bring in at that moment, in the highest form of love that you can bring in this moment, you will begin to see things shifting. You will begin to see your thought processes shifting. You will begin to see your mood lifting. You will begin to see everything in your life start to fall in place, be it your job, your finances, whatever it may be, your relationships. The more that you are focusing on the now moment and walking truly in love and truly with a sense of compassion and empathy for one another, and realizing that everything that is happening or everything that another being is saying to you is their perspective of things, and it has no reflection on you. As you grasp that and realize this, you will find that you are vibrating at a higher level, and you'll be bringing in more of this higher love frequency, and you will be attracting more of your wants and your needs into your life without putting forth that much effort. Now is the time, dear ones. It truly, truly is. With the star and planetary alignment at this time, it is time for bringing up all of the muck and mire that is in your energy system, in your mind, and to bring this forth so that you can transmute it and purify it and correct what needs to be correcting, forgive what needs to be forgiven, and to just get yourself where you need to be on your ascension path. Dear ones, don't worry if you are dealing with constant mood swings. That is part of the releasing process. Be sure, however, that you are able to bring yourself back up to that higher vibration as you are pulling out the roots of that unease, the roots of your anger, the roots of your depression, as you are pulling all this forth into the light, bringing it out into the violet flame for transmutation, and to bring forth your lessons from thinking and being that way for so long. You will be dealing with emotional mood swings. But as you release it, you will find that you become much lighter, your thoughts become much lighter, and you start in attracting more of the goodness, more of the light, more of the love, more of what you truly want and desire into your life. Focus on this as you're going through the next few weeks. Focus on resolving your past. Focus on letting go of it and living in the now, living from your heart, living from your light. The time is now, dear. I am the Divine Mother, and I love you. Namaste. Wow. That was a pretty intense message from the Divine Mother there. I want to thank you all so much for joining us for this message. I hope that it's helping you through this wonderful time of shift. If you are looking for any kind of spiritual tools or anything that would help you on your path, to help you move through, to help you with clearing your space or cleansing your space, or bringing in more healing energy, more protection, as some of you may need desperately, please check out my website. It is www.kiliamma.com. That's KILIAMMA.com. I do have tons of information on there. I also have a wide variety of crystals, crystal grids, medicine bags, chakra pouches, and there are the regular size crystals like you see on the other pages on my site. I always give people their value. There's also a variety of spiritual tools on there, pyramids, spheres, obelisks, tons of wire wrap jewelry, handcrafted jewelry, all of which have been infused with divine light energies as I was making them. So please do check that out. It's $5 shipping within the U.S., and if you're doing an international order, just email me, and I can get the shipping information for that. And if you're interested in having a one-on-one session with me, please do give me a call. My phone number is area code 850-375-2996. That's 850-375-2996. And that's for any kind of energy work. You know, if you need a long-distance healing, or if you happen to be here in the Pensacola area, you work out of this area, or, you know, spiritual counseling, just general awakening questions. Or you can email me at kiliamma@yahoo.com. That's KILIAMMA@yahoo.com. And do join us this Friday for this week's Energy Transmission Meditation, which is an approximately 25-minute meditation where I just channel the divine light energies through. I do verbally walk you through chakra balancing. The Ascended Masters are with us through that, and they do provide any kind of attunements or activations that you are looking for. Basically, you call on them, and they pour forth the energy through. I do have a bunch available on replay as well, and every time you listen to them, you do get a different energy vibration that comes through. It's whatever you're needing at that particular point in time. So if you'd like, please check out the archives for the energy transmission. And this week's is Friday at 2 p.m. Central. And I hope you all have a wonderful week filled with much love, many blessings. And I love you. Namaste.